for a grande finales. Get your predictions ready because this is going to be a good one. One that I want to say I haven't seen in a while, but I think we did actually get this matchup in the grand finals in second to last or last week in November.
Yeah, sometime in November. I was going to say the same thing. Sometime in November, they did face off in either in the finals, I do recall. In the end, I'm pretty sure GogojOey won, but Demi was able to win earlier in that tournament and knocked GogojOey down to the lower bracket. So overall, it was still back and forth between the two players and still very competitive between them. As Yaku does sneeze himself into Six City. As a reminder to everyone, yes, of course, the predictions are open. They just went live, so you should be seeing them. Place your bets, people, who's going to be today's champion. As a reminder, one of our players will have a bit of an advantage.
Maybe we should change backgrounds.
You're like, this city it's not doing me well. It's not. Oh, God.
I want out.
Okay, we're almost done. Only one series left, Yaku. Only one series left.
Then we can move out to the prairie.
There you go. But
I retire to Cancun.
That's the dream, mate. That's the dream. I wanted to remind you because if you remember that weekly, that GPO in November, when Demi won his series against GogojOey, I believe that was the first time Demi had won a series versus GogojOey in the entire year.
And that does ring a bell. Yeah. I think we did confirm that the last time Demi beat GogojOey before that was sometime in 2020.
Yeah.
Which I think was the last GPO Demi won in 2020 was that.
Yeah, something along those lines. So yeah, like Demi had been in a bit of a dry spell this year when it comes to his series against GogojOey, but he has been practicing a lot towards the end of this year, and it really kind of flourished and paid off, and he was able to beat GogojOey. He wasn't able to win the GPO, but he was able to perform well anyway. And I mean, he won GPO last week, so it doesn't even matter. But GogojOey does still seem like to be his final boss for the time being, since Miyamaika's a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah. Busy Mongol rushing. Or I don't know what he does in AoE.
To be fair, he's getting ready for that show match, right? In a couple of days, right?
He is, yeah. What is it called? Clash of Continents, which will feature Miyamaika, BCQT, Hut. Who's the other player from?
I guess.
Was it Azure? I guess. There we go.
Yeah.
I knew I had an A in there somewhere.
Yes.
Amongst other players.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of players there in that Age of Empires 4 tournament, the invitational tournament. So it makes sense that Miyamaika would be practicing a lot for that. It's that big event for him that's coming up. But hopefully he's able to come back to StarCraft after a bit. You know, we love Miyamaika here, and hopefully we get to see more of him.
Yeah. And you know that Longbow Man isn't quite the same as Bling Hydra. I don't know what he plays. Wait.
You're like, I've never played AoE 4, mate. I don't know.
I never played any AoE.
Man at Arms.
Yeah.
MAA. I know that. I know. There's like MAA Rush.
Yeah.
I think
MMA.
MMA.
Yeah, MMA.
Yeah. There you go.
Good player. He currently coaches Overwatch.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, it's all about the sheep. It's all about the sheep.
Yeah. It's all about the Rus. And they get a bonus for sheep? Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the Rus, here we are now on 2,000 atmospheres. LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Hong Kong. He is the best player from Hong Kong. Currently representing the Juggernaut, we have GogojOey.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have the Indian Zerg player. He is red, representing Alpha X. It is Demi.
What were we talking about before this?
Well,
something about how, yeah, I'm definitely interested to see Demi continue to potentially maintain his streak. I just want to see him be competitive, right? Against GogojOey again. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Demi was able to beat GogojOey in a best of 3, but in a best of 5 he did fall a little bit short, so here he has to prove himself. If you remember also in that best of 5 series, Demi was up 2-0. Like, and a reverse sweep happened in the end.
I remember that.
Especially because
definitely
Joey went swoop. Swept it up.
He did. It was very quick games after Demi got to match point. Almost kind of felt like GogojOey was reserving his energy, so to speak, and then just overtook Demi as he was running out of steam.
Yeah, his second wind kicked in, mate, and he just went to town. So we'll see if we're going to see a repeat of that, or if Demi has been working on his ZvZ in the interim, as so far these openers have been pretty stock standard.
Yeah, nothing too aggressive coming out. Again, these two players have played against each other for a very, very, very long time. They have enough respect for each other that they know that probably won't work out too well for them.
Yeah, the big difference right now, I don't know if you noticed, Demi skipped link speed. He is banking up a lot of gas.
Main links? Probably not.
I'm thinking 2-base lair. We'll see. The slowlings are going to be able to trickle in, and they're going to see the lack of link speed and the lack of an upgrade researching.
But still sees the gas being taken. So GogojOey doesn't see much yet, but he knows that he will see something later down the line.
Yeah, the lack of lair, it should confirm that there is going to be a lair. Like, it'll be crazy if Demi doesn't do something with his gas right now. He throws down a Roach Warren, starts +1, and there's the lair.
That sentence is so funny out of context. The lack of a lair confirms that there will be a lair.
Yeah, like the abundance of gas.
Yeah.
The abundance of gas, I should say, shows that there's a lair. Yeah.
It makes sense in context. Just
yo, he doesn't see the lair. He's going lair. Let's go. It's one of those things where Demi was waiting for those links to die before starting it, but it's like at that point, GogojOey already knows there's almost no point in delaying your lair any longer, right? Like,
yeah, pretty much. And now there is a lair, so you know, confirmed, right?
There is, mate. Demi, he's 2-basing it up. Meanwhile, GogojOey, he's gotten up to 3 bases. He's drawn up quite well. He's working on his own upgrades in lair. Sure, they are much later, so Demi will have an opportunity, like a timing with his roaches. But GogojOey, he's, for the most part, he's seen everything that he needs to see. Except for maybe, like, the risk of Muta. Like, he doesn't know 100%, right? Oh.
Yeah, and that's always a possibility when you're up against somebody like Demi. Or I say possibility, that's always something that you want to be careful about. Whenever you get somebody like Demi, the Overlord tries to dip in, but does get chased away by the Queens. Demi taking a page out of Mio Micah's book.
Oh, yeah, and oh, God. Oh, he's chasing it down!
Oh, it's so slow! That boost from the creeping Overlord, man.
Did you see that, by the way? It's like, for like 1 second, the Queen's leg, like, slipped on the creep, and she just, like, sped forward for a minute.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's one of those movies where you had the guy trying to throw the javelin. And because he slips and he messes up, somehow it goes even further.
Yeah, yeah. So now Demi, he's able to... Oh, he's attempting to secure his 3rd base. The Roaches are moving out. Roach speed about to finish up. So very strong timing here for Demi as he moves out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure GogojOey did see the Roach Horde researching, so at least he does know that Roaches are what he needs to be worried about. But again, with Calamity Reconstitution, there's a lot of micro potential here for Demi, but even better positional potential for GogojOey, as he is a defender.
Yeah, what's scary though is that Demi's moving out with his queens as well. Like, this is a very dedicated push, and I feel like GogojOey is underreacting to this. Like, if I would have seen this, mate, throw down spores. You defend your third base at all costs. You have the economic advantage. Right now, Demi is one with a much larger army and the potential for transfuse on top of that.
Yeah, I feel like he's putting way too much stake in this one Ravager.
Exactly, and the army of Demi's pushing on forward. He's breaking on forward as well. The upgrades are even, but the numbers are here, I feel. Or are they?
Are they? Yeah, because one of these... The queens actually used up their transfuses for Demi before the fight happened.
True.
You'll recall that happening. GogojOey has a defensive advantage. He's getting his reinforcements in a lot quicker. Oh, his army looks so thinned out. But he is the player who has transfuses still available.
Exactly, and despite this timing here from Demi, despite the queen's GG gets called, and GogojOey defends.
Wow. He defends the bare minimum, mind you. The bare minimum. We were freaking out. I was freaking out. I thought, yeah, one spine crawler, right, would really just make the difference. Would really just secure it for GogojOey. He didn't even need it. He knew he didn't even need it. He just positioned his army, his roaches so well, and he waited for the right moments to utilize his transfuse. He knew he could leverage the defender's advantage. It was never a question.
Yeah.
Or at least for him, it was never a question.
Definitely.
I was questioning him.
Yeah, I thought he was underreacting. I'm like, buddy, you gotta take this seriously. Like, Demi's all in. He's looking to end the game. And GogojOey, he's just casually making roaches, and he's splitting up his army, getting the concave ready, and damn.
But the guys are like, oh my god, what are you gonna do? It's getting crazy out there. He's like, chill out, man. I got this.
So, hey, calm down. You're freaking me out right now, okay? I'm fine. So, okay. All right, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. And what's impressive to me is that, like, that felt relatively well executed from Demi. Maybe...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could argue maybe his roach speed timing was a little bit delayed because his lair was delayed, but, like, it wasn't by that much, so... Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a significant delay if GogojOey was going for spine crawls or what have you. But he wasn't, so yeah. Definitely very impressed. And speaking of being impressed, here we are now on Curious Minds LE, a very fitting name at least, for our player in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner, a Blue Zerg player who is a researcher. He is coming out all the way from the land of Hong Kong, representing the Juggernauts. He almost didn't make it in time to check in. So I point that out to everybody, but he did, and he's making the most of it. He is GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Curious Minds LE as both players go for pool first openings. We have the Indian Zerg representing Alpha X, currently down in this series but not out. It is Demi.
All eyes on... Well, my eyes are on Demi, but I guess you could also... Because, you know, he is up against an opponent on match point, right? You think he might pull something a little bit more desperate here to try to get him back, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if GogojOey does something cheeky, since he is a match point.
Yeah, like, so far they both opened up very safe, going for a pool first openings. What's interesting to me is that Demi is delaying his gas. GogojOey does go for a pool hatch gas opening, which again, very safe. Demi is cutting some corners and he's being quite greedy, delaying his own.
It's like a complete 180 from game number 1.
Yeah, where game 1 he was banking up all that gas, and game 2 he's avoiding it. Just all together.
It's because getting the gas didn't win him game number 1, so yeah.
Yeah.
The factor, you know.
I guess so. Yeah, because Demi does delay his gas like this, like he can produce his queens, but he does have a lot banked up. I always feel like maybe he wants to take a fast third base here. Like he's got more than enough minerals for it, but no, instead he focuses a lot more on queen production instead.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea if not for all of these links up for GogojOey. So yeah, it makes sense that Demi is going for queens instead of that, being a little bit more greedy.
Yeah.
Being more defensive, I should say.
We'll see. I mean, when the time comes for Demi to take his gases, he's probably going to take 2, maybe even 3 at once, to eventually catch up. And with this, like, hyper focus on minerals, like, you can see, like, Demi, he's got a bit of a worker lead, right? He's got some decent defense, and there we go. Finally, the gases are taken.
2 at a time.
You know what's
Demi just really wanted to secure his 2 bases.
And you know what's crazy? GogojOey is doing what Demi did last game. He skipped link speed.
Yeah. He skipped link speed, he didn't get a lair, which confirms that he gets a lair.
Yeah, and Demi's in the dark. Like, unlike GogojOey, who, if you remember, he was hyper vigilant with his lings, like squeezing in wherever he could and scouting.
Yeah, and in the end, it may have cost him an overlord, but it won him the game. Demi tries to slip in, but 1 ling is not going to be enough. Especially when it's a slow ling.
Yeah, like
does
Demi...
GogojOey...
Huh?
Yeah, I was just going to say, does GogojOey just want to say to Demi, this is how you do it, mate?
I think so. Like, he's got +1 on the way. He's taking his gases. As soon as lair finishes, he can start roach speed. He can work on his 3rd. Like, this is gonna hit hard. And unlike GogojOey, Demi's like, he still doesn't have a 3rd, by the way. Like, what does Demi have going for him? Like, Demi, in the end, he's going for, like, the same tech, but it's taking him a lot longer.
Yeah, the link does slip in. I think it does confirm the lair. GogojOey probably realizing, yeah, I don't really have much to worry about at the moment. I'm just so ahead.
Yeah.
In most aspects, he's delaying his 3rd base, because, again, this is the 2-base push.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm worried about is that this 3rd base from Demi is later than it otherwise could have been because he was turtling up on 2 bases when he didn't need to. So, because of that, GogojOey is in a pretty good place. His 3rd isn't too late compared to Demi's at all. And again, there's going to be a very strong timing here with +1 and speed. Demi's working on his own upgrades, but again, like, his are going to be quite late.
Do I want to believe in the defender's advantage?
Maybe.
After what we saw in 2000 Atmospheres, I think I do, but
True.
This is Curious Minds, and that base of Demi is a whole lot more exposed than on 2000 Atmospheres.
That's the problem, right? Curious Minds is a much smaller map, so the rush distance is smaller, and this 3rd base, as you said, it's so exposed, it's so wide open here, so Demi doesn't have as much room to work with. There are no rocks that have to be killed and focused down, for example, and now GogojOey, he's here, he's across the map. Oh, but he doesn't have too many roaches.
He doesn't. His upgrade's finished up, though, so he can reinforce his roach army much quicker with Delisle. He also has the +1 advantage at the moment. One Crucible will land on the queens. Why is it that GogojOey always only gets 1 raptor?
1 is all you need, apparently, as the piles are going down, forcing a little bit of micro, but the defender's advantage are pretty good. GogojOey, he's trying desperately to reinforce, but it is not going to be enough.
Yeah, always believe in the defender's advantage, especially if the aggressor doesn't pull queens.
Yep. And Demi, now that he's defended, the upgrades have evened up, and both players are being forced to drone up. The game will continue.
Indeed, it will.
Yeah, unlike Demi, GogojOey, he didn't pull any queens or anything. Like, he wasn't all in. Like, he was just trying to hit his timing.
Thankfully.
Yeah, behind this, he can still drone up, so he isn't forced to pull out of the game or anything like that.
That's a good saying to remember. So players who pull your queens, you may have to pull the game.
It's true. It's very true. And now Demi's going for a bit of a counterattack here, maybe a little bit ambitious, as he does end up getting surrounded a little bit. GogojOey does force him back. And this is the first big divergence here, as the Roach Ravager wars go back and forth, is that Demi did go for double Evo Chambers.
Yeah, double Evo Chambers. He's trying to get his +1 Carapace as quickly as possible. Very important since GogojOey is far ahead when it comes to the upgrades. Researcher +2. He started Researcher +2 a lot quicker than Demi, but because he's not getting a 2nd upgrade, he can afford a hell of a lot more roaches, and that is what's more important at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, the Roach Army is trying to push on forward here. A bit of an anti-timing. +2 isn't done yet, but GogojOey, he smells blood anyway. He's breaking forward. He's getting on top of the Ravagers.
Yeah,
oh my god!
He sensed that something wasn't quite right there in the quantity. He knew that Demi was going for that research, and because of that, he had the numbers advantage. He hit before any upgrade could finish up. GG is called. GogojOey, once again, is a shark killer. He wins another Grand Platypus Open. Number 84.
Yeah, GG. Like, Demi, unfortunately, he was a little bit greedy there. I don't know if you noticed, but he had droned up. He was up 10 workers compared to GogojOey. And GogojOey, in the split moment there, when he was pushing at the third base, he recognized, hold on, your third is much more saturated than mine. I'm going to keep on pushing forward. Even though I don't have my upgrade yet, even though our upgrades are still a ways off, I can still smell that blood in the water. I can still smell weakness. And he just pushed on forward and broke it.
He smelled that blood in the water, mate.
Yeah.
Like a shark.
Like a Joey.
Like a Joey.
Yeah. And with that, GG, congratulations. GogojOey doesn't drop a single map here in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, very impressive. Shout out to both of our players, by the way, who made both of our finalists, who one of them almost didn't make it because of, because he had to book it back home immediately after wrapping up in the lab or something like that. The other one almost didn't make it here because of electricians and because of power people. But once they showed up, they really showed up.
That they did. As you said, congratulations to our 2 finalists here. My condolences to Beastork. Beastork had a good showing, but when it really counted, he was lacking a little bit. So yeah, Beastork did end up falling in the end. And wow, with that, again, massive shout out to GogojOey. In the absence of Miyamika, he is able to kind of rise up. And yeah, really perform here.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how Miyamika is like the player who doesn't have an excuse for us. GogojOey does. Well, I guess Miyamika does at the moment. Again, he's practicing for Clash of Continents.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume so.
Right, Mio? That's what you're doing, right? That's why you didn't sign up today, right?
Shaking my head, Mio. Shaking my head. Oh, God. Quickly just set some things up here. But yes, we do have a Matcherino page, but unfortunately it is not, there are no Matcherino codes available anymore. Yeah, a bit of a fun fact, but Matcherino did change their kind of coupon code requirements. Yeah. So yeah, now they only give out coupon codes to events that have like more than a certain prize pool or something along those lines. So they reserve it for higher tier tournaments instead of all these weeklies that they used to support. So, feels bad.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh boy. So no more coupon codes. No more coupon codes here.
Yeah. That's a really big shame because that's that was straight up one of the best ways to incentivize organizers, right? To start out tournaments. Sure, you can have a small-ish base prize pool, but with those coupon codes, a lot more people could contribute to add more in. But I guess it was costing Matcherino money in the end. I can't imagine those coupon codes came free.
Oh yeah, that was their
so yeah,
that was their marketing budget. They've explained it in the past. Like, their marketing budget essentially goes to coupon codes, and it does help them because obviously more people are introduced to the website, to the platform itself. But at this stage, like, Matcherino has grown a lot, and they don't necessarily need that anymore. Compared to the more kind of like niche and like smaller website they were in the past.
That's actually a really good way to market. Yeah. If I was still in marketing, I would do that.
There you go, mate. There you go.
I'd write a report about that if I was still a marketing student.
Meanwhile, shout out to Lord Loken in the chat. He actually gifted a sub to GogojOey.
Hey! Pew, pew,
That's number 500. That's 500 gifted subs.
Yo! Oh, why don't we have I don't have confetti.
GG.
I should not have done that. I just threw tissues.
Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lord Loken. We always love the support. Appreciate the support that you have given us here over the past year. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We absolutely do. Again, a lot of our endeavors probably couldn't have been funded if not for Lord Loken gift subs.
Exactly. You're not wrong.
He's our biggest shareholder by far.
He is. He's our biggest supporter by a long margin. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed our Oceanic and Southeast Asian weekly tournaments. We only have one more left before we are done for the year, and that is going to be next week, not on a Wednesday like we usually have, but on a Thursday instead.
Indeed, we are going to be covering the qualifiers for DreamHack Last Chance, at least the Asia server qualifiers, and that will clash with Grand Platypus Open's normal time. But we sort of realized, wait, we're not doing anything on Thursday, or at least Kuro realized we're not doing anything on Thursday. So yeah, we may as well have one final Grand Platypus Open before we conclude it for the year.
Yeah, that's a good thing to point out, is that next week we do have DreamHack. DreamHack Last Chance qualifiers are going to be there. Be sure to ping your favorite players and make sure they sign up, because that is the last chance they have to earn EPT points. So me and Micah, GogojOey, Beastlurk, Demi, I hope to see you there for the Korean qualifiers. I know you're up against Korean players, but yo, if me and Micah can take down Ragnarok, mate, you guys can take down Maru, then you guys can take that. And if GogojOey can take down Cure, mate, you guys can make wonders work there in those qualifiers. Go for it.
Especially since the Open qualifier is a single win.
With that, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much. Yaku, do you have... Oh, right. Yaku, are you going to be streaming this week?
I feel like tomorrow's probably the best day this month to stream. I'm not committing on that, though. Because the connection is a little bit spotty, but I might as well try, I suppose. I mean, I need to get my games in for SEO anyway, so...
True.
I might do a short stream tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. I think that's the last SEO of the year as well.
I think so, yeah. If we do... Yeah, because next week is MSO.
Yep.
And then and then we're taking the...
That's Christmas.
Break, yeah. It's Christmas.
Oh god, so yes. Be sure to tune in to Yakuzaku 1 on Twitch for more Yakuzaku content. You can follow me at light_VIP as well. I do stream throughout the week. I do some cheeky ladder sessions. We have fun. Nothing too serious. But more importantly, if you enjoyed our content, if you enjoy our tournaments, if you enjoy our casting, then check us out here on the Cranky Ducklings. Check out our VODs on YouTube as well. We upload it daily, sometimes twice a day as well on YouTube, and we have our Discord if you want to interact with us outside of these tournaments.
Yeah, play team games.
And yell at Aries. Yeah, that's how you do it.
I like that we're on the same page there.
It's like a therapy session. You vent it all out on Aries.
Yeah.
He can take it because he gets run over by trucks for a living, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
He's hardened. Not sure.
So yes, thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you guys in a couple of days for SEA Duckling Open.
Yeah. 2 days.
Ciao.
Bella.